Hold on to your horses. It is snippet time. Hello, gals, and welcome to Sober Living Snippets, where we live alcohol-free so we can heal our relationships, feel youthful again, and ditch regret and shame. Oh, those nasty, nasty negative emotions like regret and shame. Oh, we went through that earlier this week, didn't we? I'm Becca Jacobson, and I have a snippet for you today. If you're new around here, welcome aboard. Your life will never be the same. Your life will never be the same. Not after this episode. Listen, gals, seriously, today I want to talk to you about moderation, moderating your drinking. In other words, not giving up alcohol, but just deciding to drink only at certain times or only a certain type of alcohol or a combination of both. Moderation, right? As opposed to abstinence. How do we moderate our drinking? How to moderate? Let's talk this through. The answer to how to moderate is we don't. We can't. It's not possible for us. Yeah, I said it. I'll tell you why. If you can moderate your drinking, the snippets are not for you. I know, I actually said that. Oh, so sad. You can keep listening. But here in Snippet Land, I am teaching you how to live alcohol-free. Because if you could moderate, you would, and your problem would be solved. Let me say that again. If you could moderate your drinking, you would moderate your drinking, and you wouldn't have a problem, right? Oh, I'm going to drink only on Saturdays. Problem solved. You drink only on Saturdays. Why would you even be listening to the snippets? You wouldn't. You'd be drinking on Saturdays. People who can moderate don't have a problem with alcohol. It's that simple. I don't really, it's that simple. Now, if you've tried to moderate your drinking and are unable to, the answer is you can't do it. There's a certain percentage of the population, approximately 10% of us, who cannot control our drinking in any way. We have two options: destroy our lives, physically, emotionally, our relationships, destroy everything, and live in hell, or give up alcohol. And that is what we do here in Snippet Land. I'm not even qualified to talk about moderation because I am a person who cannot drink alcohol, any alcohol. And so that I can speak to, and that is what I help you do. So we're going to talk about why you need to stop trying to moderate. If you're still listening, great. Let's keep going. Trying to moderate your drinking is completely wasting your time. You are wasting your time. Now, see, one of the problems with this and why I'm so blunt about it is because moderation is a complete and total waste of our time. And gals, we're mature. We're of a certain age here. We have no time to waste. We've wasted enough time. Our lives are ticking by while we make these big moderation plans that are going to fail. You will fail. Since you're going to fail, don't even try. The next time you think, I'm going to drink less, or I'm going to change what I'm drinking, and that way I'll drink less, or I'm only going to drink on the weekend, or any kind of moderation plan, immediately hear my voice. Give it up. It's not going to work. You're going to fail. You're wasting your time. I spent years trying to talk myself out of this, convincing myself, oh, this time it'll be different. This time honestly, I got help. This time my husband's going to help me, and we're only going to drink on weekends. Or this time I've got a friend on, or I've tried everything. Everything. And all of it, every single time, was a waste of time and emotions. Because you want to talk about regret and shame and remorse and frustration. Try moderating over and over and over again. If you have what the modern experts that be call alcohol use disorder, what we used to call alcoholism, the label doesn't matter. If you have tried to moderate and are not able to, You will never be able to. People with this disorder, if that's what you want to call it, I hate labels. People like us cannot moderate our drinking. So that's it. I mean, that's my snippet. I don't know what else to say about it. If you don't believe me, you don't believe me, and you can keep on wasting your time. But that's what you're doing. The time has come instead to give in, to swallow your pride, because I know that you're a very independent person. And I know that you're able to do everything else in your life with very little help. You step up to the plate, you follow through, you're reliable, unless you're drunk, then that's another story. With alcohol out of the picture, you are all of these things. And you've accomplished things in your life, and you've survived things in your life. You've survived difficulties, traumatic events, and here you are, and you step up, and you get up, and you pull up your big girl pants, and you show up, and that is what you're like. And that part of your personality is what is keeping you stuck in alcohol. Because you say to yourself, I can do this because I can do this because I can do everything else. But I need you to believe me. I need you to hear me when I say to you, this is the one thing you can't do by yourself. All those other things are you, and it's beautiful. But this you cannot do alone. And until you believe me, until you say, oh crap, I'm not a joiner, I'm not a group person, I don't need help, I got this, I'm a very independent, I'm not the type who gets involved, that's what'll keep you stuck. And that was me. That's why I can say all this, because it was me. I only talk about what I know about. And I know about this. I was the opposite of a joiner, a very private person, a very independent person, an intelligent, educated person. I don't need your help. Get out of my face. I got this. And that's what kept me miserable and living in hell for over 30 years. It was my own strengths that were holding me back. And so this is the one thing in our lives that we have to swallow our pride and say, okay, this is the one, I can't do it. I've tried, I can't do it. And that alone takes an incredible amount of courage, and that's why I know you're able to do it. You are able to do this, to swallow your pride, if that's how you want to put it, and say, I need help. I think we know by now that the willingness to be vulnerable takes a lot of courage. And we have to be willing to be vulnerable to ask for help and accept help from others. That takes courage, and that's why I know you can do it. It seems counterintuitive. It seems the opposite. It seems like, no, if I'm so strong, I can do this, but it's not the way this works. You are strong enough to admit that you need help. That takes courage. And because you can do all those other things in your life, I know you can do this too. Be honest. How many times have you told yourself, I'll cut back, I'll moderate? How many times? Only to find yourself pouring another drink. How many times have you woken up in regret, promising yourself it's the last time? The truth is, nothing will change until you muster up the courage to be vulnerable. If any of this is hitting home and you're tired of feeling stuck in the cycle, let's talk about it. I'm offering free one-on-one calls where you can share your story with me. Together, we'll create a personalized plan to finally break you free. And because I know this takes courage, I know it's a big step, I'm offering a $200 restaurant certificate to every woman who meets with me. You'll soon be enjoying a night out, in control, fully present, and without regret. On me. But I've got a limited number of spots on my calendar and a limited number of certificates. So go to the show notes of whatever app you're streaming on. Go to the show notes of this specific episode, click the link that says Meet with Becca, and it'll take you to my personal calendar, where you can pick a time that works for you before they're all gone. This could be the decision that finally changes everything for you. It's time to get vulnerable, and I know that you're courageous enough to get vulnerable. Thanks for joining me, gals. As you know, we do the snippets every weekday, and I'll be back tomorrow to wrap up this amazing week of snippets. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Thanks for popping in. Be sure to come back tomorrow so we can keep your head on straight. Sending you buckets of love.